And now it's the portion of the event introducing our distinguished fellows. So I have been looking forward to this moment since we first began talking about the idea for IGP. When we came to putting together our inaugural class of fellows, we decided to dream big. With input from the Faculty Advisory Board, Hillary and I put together an incredible, ambitious list of heads of states, industry leaders, and change makers who are shaping global politics and public discourse. And if you want to know who was on that list, I'll tell you. It's all the people you are about to meet. But before we introduce you to the very first cohort of IGP Carnegie Distinguished Fellows, I want to introduce you to someone who has been so instrumental in supporting these extraordinary fellows here at IGP. Dame Louise Richardson is the president of Carnegie Corporation of New York, and I knew right away that she understood exactly what we were hoping to do here, because she also happens to be a brilliant political scientist by training, an expert on counterterrorism, as well as an incredible president in her first year of office. We could not be prouder to be a recipient of a Carnegie Corporation grant to make our fellows program second to none. Please join me in thanking Louise and the Carnegie Corporation. And now, Louise, please take the stage. And I have the honor of introducing the Institute of Global Politics inaugural cohort of Carnegie Distinguished Fellows. I'll start by recognizing those who could not be with us today, and he will join us later in the year. Michel Bachelet, the former president of Chile and former United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Kim Ghattas, the author of the book Black Wave and contributing writer for The Atlantic magazine. David Miliband, President and CEO of the International Rescue Committee and the 74th UK Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs. Robert O'Brien, co-founder and chairman of American Global Strategies and a former US National Security Advisor. Eric Schmidt, co-founder of Schmidt's Futures and former CEO and chairman of Google. Now I will introduce the ones who are here with us. Stacey Abrams, the New York Times best-selling author, entrepreneur, and political leader. Shabana Basij-Rasikh, the co-founder and president of SOLA, which stands for the School of Leadership Afghanistan and in the Afghan Word for Peace. The Honorable Henrietta Fore, who is the former executive director of UNICEF and former administrator USAID. Michel, the former executive director of the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis, and Malaria. Sir Stephen Lovegrove, the former UK National Security Advisor and distinguished visiting fellow also at the Center on Global Energy Policy. Frank Mugisha, a brave Ugandan LGBTI rights advocate. Maria Ressa, Nobel laureate and the co-founder, CEO, and president of Rappler. John Sullivan, former Deputy Secretary of State and U.S. Ambassador to the Russian Federation. And Mari Jovanovic, the former U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine. And to greet them all, please, Louise Richardson. Welcome on stage.
Thank you very much, Karen. Well, I can't say how delighted I am to be here and how delighted everyone at Carnegie is to support this extraordinarily exciting new venture. The links, and as well to celebrate the long-standing links between Carnegie and Columbia, from way back when Fred Keppel went from being Dean of Columbia College to President of Carnegie, to the present day when our much-loved CIO was stolen by our friends at Columbia and now runs your endowment. Very well, I'm told. But Columbia also holds Carnegie's archives, so I went into the archives just to trace this relationship and discovered that in 1905, Andrew Carnegie made a contribution to the astronomical instruments of the university. And in 1913, he gave an endowment of $2 million to Columbia, which in today's money would be $60 million. I can hear Karen quoting this back at me now in a few months. But 3 years later, he gave another $1 million for the merger of the hospitals. But I couldn't be more delighted that the first grant on my watch is to these extraordinary fellows and this wonderful program. Carnegie, again, has a long-standing support for fellowships. Many of you will know my dearly beloved predecessor, Barton Gregorian. In his day, he gave $360 million to fellowships around the world. And we have invested in fellowships because we believe in investing in people, and especially in this case, because we believe in bridging the gap between academia and policy. And through the inspirational leadership of Secretary Clinton and Dean Karen, this institute will symbolize this fusion of academia and policy, and it couldn't be more important. Carnegie's goal is to strengthen democracy, advance peace, and advance education. And these extraordinary people, in their different ways, in different countries, different ideological perspectives, have all worked to strengthen democracy and advance peace, both of which are more fragile than they've been at any point in my lifetime. But through their connection to Columbia, to SIPA, and to the IGC, they will educate a future generation of policymakers, some smart and lucky students who get to study with them, but also through their policy papers and research, they will get to educate all of us. And Lord knows we need that in the issues that they'll be considering. So just to say how delighted we all are at Carnegie to support these extraordinary, fabulous fellows, the inspirational leadership, and this innovative institution. Thank you.
Now we will take a short break to give you some time to stretch your legs. Meanwhile, Secretary Clinton, if you would not mind, and we will see you at 2 p.m.